When I was a child, my parents told me to never go past the stone line. They say the boundary lands are scarred and dangerous.
But I've been to the capital. The lands are scarred and dangerous there, too.
The people of the kingdom are scared. They're ready for change. They want to be able to dream again.
And now, for the first time in 1,000 years, an expedition is ready to leave Zobari!
We call it the Feld.
It's the size of a city, and believe it or not, it can move.
They're taking the city past the stone line?
Out in the wilderness to find a new place to live.
Sights no mortal has seen before.
Lands untouched by any hand.
We're making our dreams reality.
And forging a new path forward.
Together. You know, together.
All to find a place where we belong.
Good morning, Starshine! The Earth says hello! And welcome back to episode 8 of Diceburgh, titled The Scarlet and the Snow. My name is Kurt Stridinger, and I will be your DM. I am joined by the fearless scouts of the Mirrenfeld, who are in a bit of a predicament, I would say, as we open our episode here. So we're gonna go around and introduce ourselves. We're just gonna go up and around in a circle from Discord here. So Jared, why don't you start us?
Hello, I am Jared Orgenders. I'll be playing Big G tonight. That's right, the leader of #TCK, Total Cart Kill. Take down every single cart in your way. They cannot be trusted.
Bold claims.
Bold claims, indeed.
God.
Celestina.
All right. Hi, my name's Arizona, also known as Celestina Paint. I'm 26. I like making dumplings, and I'm going to be the next bachelorette. Oh man, I was supposed to say I was going to take a rose. My bad. Can we scrap that? Can we redo this?
Yeah, we can fix that in post.
We'll do it in post. It's fine.
Yeah,
move on.
Erica.
Hi, I'm Erica. I play your lovely druid and current appointed captain, Rylin. I'm your genasi for... Wait, that was so wrong. I'm your water genasi druid and your current captain. God, I suck at this job. Can we move on, please?
You're new, you're learning. Steve, last but not least.
Hi, I am Steve Harvey, not that Steve Harvey, and I play Bayor Skeldmane, the leader of the Furrowed Brow crew, or I don't know what else I lead. I don't lead anything, really. And I play the paladin of the group, and that's it. That's what I got.
And the person who would normally say, hello, I am that Steve Harvey, is not with us tonight. I will fill in. Unfortunately, yes, Brill of Dumbstep Podcast is not going to be with us this week, so I will be filling in and controlling Arguvar, the Dragonborn cleric of the group.
Wait, follow Dumbstep Podcast at Dumbstep Podcast, blah, 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 whatever he says. I don't know.
Yes.
Yep.
And, yes, I think dumbsteppodcast.com dumbsteppodcast.com, patreon.com/podcast.
Yeah, something like that.
He'll correct us next time he's here.
Yeah, he's correct. Yeah, he's not here to do it himself.
You're welcome, Brill.
Yeah.
Also, a big shout out to our friends over at C4 Labs. Big thank you. Diceburgh is sponsored now by C4 Labs. You can use code BURG15 to get 15% off some nifty items over at C4. You can check out my TikTok page as well. There's some cool videos featuring their products. I'm using one of their dice towers. It's this new, really pretty pink one. Yeah, gorgeous.
Pink.
Everything is handmade as well, so
And they smell wonderful.
They smell so good.
They really
do.
They smell so
We've
good.
talked about
Again,
that,
that's
I
not a
think,
thing they're
quite
advertising,
now.
but like
not
it's
a thing that they advertise.
They should.
it really
Yeah,
is like
it should.
a little. It's like the extra fries in the bag.
C4 is so good you can smell the quality.
Yeah.
Maybe don't use that marketing tactic, but here we go. Yes,
Maybe.
C4labs.com, code BERG15, Berg with an H, 15,
C4, you can smell it a mile away.
mile away. So to recap from our last episode, in case, because it's been 2 weeks, we had to recap ourselves before the episode. So the party started by going back to the Grove of Dormok, this giant tree that served as part of the spring court of the Feywild. There they found Comord, the dryad who seemed to be married to the tree Dormok, mid-scolding of the swamp witch Balmora. They found out during that conversation that Comord had planned to take Balmora back to the Feywild and carry out the trial there. However, the group bartered away their favor with the Fey court to ensure that Balmora would be tried here on the material plane as well. So with that, Comord turned Balmora to stone, and you carried the stone statue with you back to the Mirrenfeld. Commander Miranda of the Mirrenfeld appointed you all as the official scouting party, since you all unfortunately found the old scouting parties in the swamp. And with that, you all voted Rylin as your captain. Arguvar was able to deduce that the storm that was coming was most likely from the presence of a powerful white dragon in that area. So with that, the newly appointed Captain Rylin decided to head into the storm to protect the towns in the boundary lands as well as the Feld itself from this dragon that would be coming. So with that, the Mirrenfeld split from the massive floating city of the Feld as the Feld made its way towards the Great Trench and the Mirrenfeld into the storm. After several days of walking or traveling through the storm, the scouts here were on watch duty one night, when they found several of the large ox called aurochs missing. While Celestina was Rylin was talking to Fergus Bashwell, Celestina and Big G 1-2 punched him, kicked him in the stomach.
Operation Laugh Factory, let's go.
While Arguvar was talking to healer Samuel. After some conversations, Rylin and Big G went off to trace the aurochs into the storm when they found one in a dangerous situation. As they came across the aurochs, there was an explosion of heat and ice and snow as suddenly they heard a cry from the aurochs before the snow and their vision cleared, and they discovered a large crater in the ground and no aurochs there. And that is where we are going to pick up our session on our battle map here. So we are going to start right away with everyone rolling initiative, please.
All right.
Yes. Nice. I like these reactions that we're all having.
Oh, because I feel like we all kind of know exactly what this means.
Okay. Anyone above a 20? I have to roll for Arguvar as well.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 Bayor.
I got a 14.
Oh, 14.
For my 1/4.
I thought you were doing 26. So.
That's just better for me.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ready.
15 to 20. This. Excellent. Okay, 10 to 15. Bayor
Rolled a
14.
Rolled a 7, got a 12.
Hey. 5 to 10. So
8.
Not Rylin.
An 8.
I play in another campaign now, right before this, which is on AEN World, and I names are going to be tricky for me tonight, so just bear with me.
Yep.
Gotcha. Rylin. And then that, and then. Okay, excellent. So we start with Big G riding on the back of Rylin here. She is in the form of an aurochs.
Do I see anything out of the ordinary?
I would say so. So as the snow and the ice drifts down, you see this giant crater in the ground.
I would like to dismount and get off Rylin so that she has full capability of doing whatever she needs to do. And I'm going to peek inside of this crater.
Okay. You have dark vision, right?
I do.
Okay, so you see the crater goes down 20 or 30 feet, and then it branches off in two separate directions. One goes further down into the earth, and the other goes, like, coming from the opposite direction, sort of north here on the map.
Okay. I would like to hold my action to cast Erupting Earth. If anything seems hostile like that comes into our presence.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to put you over here since you're sort of next to the crater here. Okay. So Big G, you do also, I'll say, you feel a rumbling that starts to sort of recede a little bit as it.
I shouldn't have had that chili.
Further away from you. That brings us to Bayor. As Bayor, at this point in time, you have been. I'll say you are with Celestina, talking to Fergus Bashwell.
Who we punched.
Yes. Oh yeah, we hit him hard because he released the aurochs and kind of let them go get killed, so we don't really know what's going on here fully.
So we don't know why he did that?
We don't know why he did that. This is right after we saw, like, one of the aurochs die. It's just like...
Well, if he's not tied up, that's what I want to be doing when this explosion happens.
Gotcha. So as Bayor, you're tying up Fergus Bashwell, who is still trying to get the wind back in his lungs after getting kicked in the stomach. As he's saying, I told you I didn't do anything. I don't know why you attacked me like this. As what is both of your passive perception? No, you don't need passive perception. What am I getting? Okay. You obviously hear, it's faint, but it's in the distance. You hear as well as the sound of a animal crying out.
Right. If what you said is true and you did not do anything, then we will leave it to doubt. But if what just happened comes down to your fault and any of my allies are harmed, I will take an arm for each life. And then I leave.
Celestina, that puts us to your turn.
All right. The direction of where the animal got hurt, where was that?
That would be north from where you are. If you're in the center of the camp, the stable tent is up here, sort of at the bottom edge of our map here.
How far? Because I have 40 feet of movement. How far could I get up north? Just kind of running.
I'll say you can get here. I'll put you on the map.
I'm gonna be there. I am.
And I'll say you can get right about here between the tents.
Okay, then I'll probably make it there, and I'm gonna take out my bow, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of scan around. I'll probably just like yell over to like Big G and their island and say, "What is it? What's going on?"
I have no idea.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of have my bow steady, and if I could also kind of hold my action for if I see something kind of emerge or anything, I'm going to just loose a shot at it.
Sure.
Okay.
And Bayor, I put you on the map as well, just a little bit behind Celestina there.
Brilliant.
That takes us to Rylin up at the crater.
So she drops her Oroc's form to try and make sure that she has concentration of what is about to come. Can she see the being that made that crater, that like in the distance at all?
Currently not at this angle. It seems like they both like angle off pretty quickly once you get under the earth.
Okay. So that being said, oh God. Oh, everyone's so far back. All right, I'm gonna hold that for a second. I'm just going to use my bonus action to cast Shalehi on my staff. And then I'm going to hold. Actually, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do. I have that ready. Is the weather above us stormy at all?
I would say, yeah, you're in the middle of a blizzard right now.
Okay. All right. I will use that knowledge later.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, so I have my staff and I've just like cast Shalehi, so you see this like weird like water pattern make this quarterstaff that she's been holding with a conch shell at the top, just kind of imbued with a little bit more power. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do for right now, and I'm gonna just stay like right behind Big G. I'm gonna move a little bit closer to him then, which I'm right there. So that's it.
So at this point in time, yeah, you from behind you, Celestina and Bayor, you can hear a few people of the camp have started to wake up and are like poking their heads out of tents now as they've heard Fergus yelling. Arguvar and Samuel are hanging back a little bit. They're getting back Fergus up to his feet. As you can hear Samuel basically saying like, I'll take him and make sure, he doesn't leave, he doesn't go anywhere. Arguvar saying like, I think I should come with you and like make sure nothing happens to this scallywag. That brings us back to Big G's turn.
So there's nothing here, huh?
You can feel a rumbling right now. But you can't see anything.
Bad decision. I'm making a bad decision. Screw it. I'm a little kobold who grew up in tunnels. I'm jumping into the crater and trying to like, if I can peek my head through the little outlets.
Sure. I will say, Big G, give me an athletics or acrobatics check.
Ooh, let's see what I'm better at.
To get to the bottom of this, it's about a 20-foot drop here before it angles out.
Okay. Do abilities. You said athletics or acrobatics?
Yes.
Oh, acrobatics, 100%. That is a 15.
15. Okay, easy enough. Yeah. You're able to land kind of hopping down, catching yourself on a couple of rocks to like gracefully work your way down this cliff face until you land at the bottom. You can see the one tunnel leading north from here extends for a long way and it disappears into darkness. The other tunnel, it quickly becomes apparent where this rumbling is coming from. As 40 feet down this tunnel, you see a mass of arms and legs and a giant figure. You also notice as you've come down into this tunnel, it is much hotter down here than it is at the surface.
So much better. You know what? I don't know what this thing is. I'm guessing that it's the thing that is probably eating the Auroch or whatever. So I'm just gonna cast Erupting Earth at it.
Okay.
120-foot range.
Okay.
So I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
And I'm gonna say, actually,
Big G's poking the bear. He's poking the bear.
I'm giving it disadvantage on this throw because it's actively burrowing, so it doesn't really have much room to escape and try to get around. I got a 10.
10 does not pass, so it takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage.
Excellent.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, does it hit me too?
It is a 20-foot cube, and if I angle it a certain way, if
Yeah,
it's 40
you could
feet
get
away,
it.
yeah.
Okay. Okay, good.
I'll say, Rylin, at the surface, you see right around here, there is a mound that appears on the earth.
Those are some good rolls right there. That would be a
Excellent.
22.
All right.
Just like that, Big G has terraformed a hill.
Yeah, I will say, additionally, the ground around or where I made that is now difficult terrain.
Okay.
Which is right where me and Celestina will be running.
Brett.
Let
Just
me
backflip
mark
over.
that on the map here.
And
Shapes. Where are shapes?
oh yeah,
I
we can
guess
do it. Actually,
since-
I can freehand like that.
Since it's a
See that?
20-foot cube and I
Yeah,
kind
that
of
works.
erupted the earth, would they now see where it is on the surface?
Yeah, I will say.
Pretty sure you can move my thingy too. My little guy.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it there. Steve, can you get rid
Yep.
of yours? Sweet.
Yep. Oink.
This square here. Boom.
Okay.
Did I fill it
I
in?
just
No,
shout
I
up.
didn't.
That's where it is. That's where it is. Go get it.
Sorry. Fighting with it.
Is it visible from the surface, or is it just we can see the erupted earth, so we know that's the general area?
You can see the erupted earth.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the general area. As that brings us to the creature's turn. The creature. There's a very tasty snack right behind it. As it gets pummeled with rocks underneath the surface here, you see it turn and look at you, Big G. As it turns around in this burrow that it's creating, and as it faces you, you see this massive blue insect-like creature with just steam pouring off of its body as it shatters and hisses and crawls. It can't quite make its way all the way to you. But you can see it is reaching out and gnashing at you, and you are barely outside of its reach. And that brings us to Bayor's turn.
Right. See what movement speed is. I'll probably have to double move on this guy. 35, so I can do 70. And let's see how far I can go. Whee! Yep. Blink. I'm gonna go right there. I totally remembered what square I just pointed to.
Oh, so
There it
that's
goes.
probably-
There it is.
Okay.
Just running on up.
Yeah, Bayor, as you running towards this crater, you're now next to this mound of snow. The rumbling underneath the ground is much more present as you're running out here, as you can almost closer to it, you can kind of see the shift in the earth as like something is almost moving underneath.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to be sprinting.
That brings us to Celestina.
All right. I'm going to use a key point to use Step of the Wind first. So as a bonus action, I can dash, and I go up to 80 feet directly over here towards the edge of the hole itself. And I've got a question. Could I, in that movement, jump down the hole to meet Big G?
Yeah. I will say if you're going right off of the edge, you could go off of the edge. I will say you're gonna take a penalty to your check because you didn't take any chance to like look down.
I'm not taking any. I'm literally just jumping.
I'll catch you.
Okay. Still give me an.
I use my reaction to slow fall to reduce the fall damage by 25. So I just power slide into
fine.
it and just drop down.
I forgot you were a monk. Yeah, you're fine.
I cannot see in the dark, but how close is this thing to where I would drop?
I'm trying to think if you'd be able to. You'd probably be able to like see the shadowy outline of it. Here, I will. It is like right there, like 10, 15 feet in front of you.
Yeah, but if it's 10 feet, then I know exactly where it is because I can just sense where it is. And with my action, immediately upon seeing it, I'm going to take out my longbow and fire 2 shots into it.
Gotcha. Technically, it is 15 feet away from you, unfortunately.
Then I would have disadvantage if it's in darkness or if I can't see it.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and give me that at disadvantage. Unfortunately, Celestina is right at the cusp of your blind sense here.
Perfectly fine. That's either going to be a 20 or nat 1 on the first one, baby.
Unfortunately, that's going to miss here.
All right, let's go for the second one. That's either a 25 or a 22.
22 will hit.
Can I just say, Arizona, the way that you roll your dice is so graceful.
Just the quick.
I just like plop them down, just like
I missed
get on
the entire
the table.
Thing. But I rolled a 2, so 7 piercing damage.
Excellent.
That's totally my fault. I complimented and then rolled a 2.
No, that's perfectly. That's what happens when you showboat. Never fly too close to the sun.
Oh,
Let me be your example.
Your wax wings, man.
So Celestina, you gracefully power sliding down into this pit here, landing right next to Big G. You fire off 2 shots into the darkness, one ricocheting, but in that ricochet, you can kind of use your blind sense to pick up where it is, honing in your second shot and sinking it in. Big G, you see in horrifying detail this massive insect-like creature rear back as it gets angrier, as it continues to try to like work its way towards the two of you.
Since it's like burrowing, would I know what it is? Was it like an Underdark type of creature?
Yeah, make me a survival check here.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Look at you. Your burrowing science is coming towards you.
17.
17. You have heard stories of creatures. You're familiar, of course, with stories, legends told of the purple worm. There are stories told of other very large burrowing insects to the north that produce a tremendous amount of heat from their bodies in order to survive in these like cold, harsh environments. This is a remorez.
Yeah.
Ooh. That doesn't sound like a name I remember, so I'm less afraid.
About to say, did you say purple worm? And I was like,
yeah, you said purple worm, and I was like, cool. So my next character thinking of bard, maybe.
Yeah, my next character.
But we're good.
I'm pulling up a quick image for you here.
I know one thing. God. If it's got a tongue, I'm taking it.
That's a sentence.
Yeah. It has mandibles but no visible tongue that you see.
Isn't
at
it
the
kind of like
moment.
a large centipede?
Yeah, it is technically a huge.
Y'all gotta quit describing the drama switch sides.
So with that, it brings us to Rylin.
Great. All right. Cool. So now that her party is kind of within distance, I'm going to cast Bless on Celestina, Big G, and Bayor. Because Bayor is right in that range of 30 feet to cast Bless.
Okay.
Bless.
So you all get a D4 to any saving throws and attack rolls.
Is that a one-time use or?
Nope, it's until I lose concentration for the next minute.
I did my test roll, got a 1. All right, baby.
Minute you
So
said?
D4 for the next minute, yeah.
Yeah, Bless.
So she still has her chalet up. Rylin is going to move a little away from the crater. To about a little bit closer to where she saw like the pile up of debris. Actually, probably not right in line of the pile of debris, so she's probably gonna move like there. Just in case it erupts and she has ability to attack. Melee wise or otherwise. So that is her turn.
Okay. Yeah, the camp now you can see is there's a few people that are actually you can't really see what's going on in the camp. However, you do see Arguvar now appear on the outskirts of the battle as he calls out and asks, "What is wrong?"
Y'all, I just looked at the photo of what it is. Ooh.
I just yell out, there's a big bug down here.
Don't want to be in this
Smell.
hole anymore. Kind of
relay that
want to
message.
leave.
I am on my way. As you see Arguvar that double moves.
Thank goodness.
Up into range here. As that brings us back to Big G's turn.
I'm gonna look at Celestina and go, Celestina, it's gonna sound weird, but can I borrow like 2 gold after the battle? That's all.
Sure, yeah, get that there alive.
And I pull up my sleeves, pull out my spell book, and I cast Jim's magic missile at 3rd level.
Ooh, okay.
So that's 5 darts I have to roll. And they all get bless.
Let's go, baby.
That's, 10 plus 7 plus 1, so 18.
You're rolling for attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Jim's magic missile, you have to roll for each dart.
Gotcha.
You gotta
yes,
aim.
that hits.
Yes. Okay. And then I'll go for the second one. That's a 19 on the die. I'm guessing that hits.
That's gonna hit. Yep.
Okay. That's 2. Oh God. 9 plus 7 is 16. Plus 1, 17.
That will hit.
Okay. That's 3. That's a 17 on the die.
That'll hit.
And then the last one. Oh God, this might not hit. Okay, so that's 8 plus 7, which is 15.
That does not hit.
Oh!
About time.
Did you add
Yeah, I
plus?
already did. Yeah, I had
Okay.
5 plus 3 plus 7.
Okay, oof.
Yeah.
A lot of quick math
But that's 4 darts that hit, each hitting with 2d4. So that's 8d4? Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
8d4.
damage.
Yeah. Pretty good.
That's a lot of damage.
That's 6. 13. 19. And then finally, 26 points of force damage.
Literally,
Okay.
Big G just pulled out the Gatling gun.
Yeah. That's when I put 2 fingers up each, and they each fire a dart.
I see you reloading your fingers real quick.
Celestina, as these bolts of magic fly off of Big G's fingers, each one of them illuminates parts of this cavern underground, and with it, the appearance of this monstrous blue centipede come to life before your eyes a little bit. As you see the Remoraz quickly diverts its attention back to you, Big G, as here, I will bring it on to the map here now. It is underground here. So that is only visible to Big G and Celestina. For the rest of you, it is still under the
It's
ground.
right there. I didn't realize it was right there.
Yeah, dude, it's right in front of us.
Right
I
there.
thought it was down a tunnel. Oh no.
No, dude, it was close by real soon.
After shooting, I go, I gotta get out of here, and can I try climbing up with my movement?
Sure, yeah.
I just try to scurry my way. Wait, actually, you know what? I do not do that. What I'm going to do is, let me just make sure. No, I can't do it. Never mind. I'll stay there anyway. I'm cool with it.
Nah, dude, it's cool if you want to get out, because I would do the same.
Okay.
I don't want to leave you, so I will stay here with you.
Okay.
I don't want to leave you. That's a quote right there.
Big G, with that, it is its turn as it comes barreling down at you, and it is going to attack you.
Bring it.
That's a 14.
Ah, my armor class is 14.
You have shield?
I don't.
So that's going to hit, unfortunately.
That's fine. I got full health right now.
What's your full health?
23.
Oh no!
What are you
I feel
gonna play
like-
next?
I was thinking Artificer, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah. Been really having fun looking at them, so you know.
These are fun classes.
Yeah. Or a bard that specializes in food, you know?
Ooh. The chef.
Yeah.
I like it.
For bardic inspiration, he just chucks
let's-
chicken wings at people.
Yeah.
He's just like, have
They're
a
like
chicken
Yeah.
wing.
boomerangs. They're like little
Pastries.
boomerangs.
Pastries.
A pâtissière.
Mwah.
We're not gonna die. We're immortal.
That is 21 points of damage total.
I'm still up, baby!
And you are currently grappled.
I was about to say, these things like to just like you could. This thing's gonna roly poly Big G to the ground, buddy.
As Celestina, you see it climbs a few feet here, scoops up Big G in its mandibles, and then continues to climb up out of this hole. I need you to make a quick dexterity check here, Celestina.
Oh, that was a nat 1, baby.
Nat 1, okay.
With a D4, if we're gonna do that, that's a 2, so it's 8 total. Still a nat 1.
Got you. You take 3 points of damage as rocks and debris fall from this crater as you try to dodge as best as you can as this giant thing climbs over you and out of this crater. Rylin, it is sort of like, it is at the cusp here. And Big G, I'm going to have to move you too, unfortunately.
Go right ahead. I was planning on leaving anyway. It's just doing me a favor.
To get out of like the hole away from me?
It
of
is
wolves?
currently. I'll give you an attack of opportunity if you want to use your movement, your reaction here, because it is sort of like wrapped around this crater.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just kind of just like hit it, just try to like kick it or something. Nat 20, baby.
Oh,
That's all I can get. 1s or 20s. Let's So this is going to be 2d6
It's called the all or nothing dice,
plus
man. That's what it is.
5. Oh, that's 8 plus 5, so 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As I just try to bring this thing back down.
Yes, Celestina. Unfortunately,
Don't tell me hitting it causes it to do damage.
you take 7 fire damage.
All right.
As your fist connects with it, the heat from its body burns your hand, and you feel this intense heat directly around this creature. As it is, very close to you now. You can feel, if you stand too close to it, the heat that this creature is producing is actively causing the ice to melt, like very, very quickly. It is a lot of heat.
Okay.
That brings us to Beor's turn.
Okay. Do I see this thing?
You do now, as it is climbing out of the hole with Big G sort of in its grasp.
Okay.
I just give you the
Okay,
peace
then.
sign as I move past.
Okay. I'm gonna. I'm gonna cast if I can. Oh wait, no, that's touch. Dang it! I was gonna cast something on you as you went, but okay, I'm gonna charge it. I'm gonna charge it.
Okay.
We're gonna go right towards it. Heck yeah! Gonna get some Beor energy up on this thing. I'm gonna cast Warding Bond on myself. Warding Bond wards a willing creature creates a mystic connection between me and myself, and it gains a +1 AC and to saving throws. It also has resistance to all damage, and the duration is 1 hour, and it is not concentration. Nope,
Oh, that's
not
a
concentration.
really good spell.
Yo!
Nice.
And I'm about to use that to tackle this thing if I can.
You can give it a
Yeah.
shot.
Oh, well, this also would, every time someone else took damage, I would also take the same amount of damage. So I guess that would be the trade-off, but I'm already taking that damage, so I guess that kind of negates it. Cool. Well, I moved and I cast, so I'm done.
Gotcha. Rylin, you see now as this creature emerges from this pit, Beor rushes up from behind you, divine energy swirling. Or do you have your greatsword out, Beor?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as he roars towards this beast with his greatsword. Celestina, it is your turn down in the pit here.
Still feeling the intense heat of this all. I have to get out, and this thing's on the expressway up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck my longbow up out of the hole if I can get it out. Not too concerned about it. And I'm going to take my war pick, and I'm going to try to slam it into this and ride it out. War pick wedged into its back.
Okay, go ahead, make an attack here.
All right. That's another nat 20.
Nice. Nice. Your war pick finds a crack in the chitin and sinks down deep. It almost like hooks onto the armor plate of this creature as you immediately feel your arm like jerked up.
Okay. That's 17 piercing damage for the first hit.
Excellent.
And I want to know, because of the intense heat, can I reach into my bag, take out my water skin, and pour it over myself to try to negate the fire damage this turn on the ride up, to try to cool myself off enough to see if I could survive the being in close proximity to it?
I'll give you resistance on the damage.
Perfect. I dump that water on. And just for the second hit as well, I'm going to try to drive the rest of the war pick into it try to do another hit, but still maintaining being on it.
Sure. So for the first hit, you're going to take 13 reduced by half, so 6 points of fire damage.
Okay. Also, I would have been a 16 to hit.
The second hit does not, unfortunately.
Right. And then
I'm sorry, keep going.
I was gonna say, and I guess I'll just count like the bonus action or something for having poured the water on myself to give myself the resistance. But I'm gonna try to ride this thing out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, bonus action feels about right there.
Right. And how much fire damage do I take?
You only hit it with the 1, so it's 6 points of fire damage.
Reduced down to 3?
No, it was a total, 13 reduced to 6.
Oh! Gotcha.
That brings us to Rylin.
So Rylin takes her staff and twirls it above her head, and she stabs it into the ground, and she's going to cast Wither and Bloom. 60-foot radius. So she's going to hit both the Constitution saving throw. So the worm and Big G.
I knew I couldn't trust you.
So, based on the Constitution saving throw,
The Remoraz rolled a 21.
well, they save. That's fine. But Big G can spend a hit die
Done and done.
to gain hit points plus 5.
Don't have to tell me twice.
So
I knew I
let
could
me
trust
see.
you.
I think it still takes half damage with Wither and Bloom even if it succeeds.
Okay, yeah, so you still take half damage of 2d6 necrotic.
Okay.
So let me roll that. Actually, choose my 2 blooming die.
Yep. I got 6 hit points back.
Ooh.
Roll a 1.
Yeah.
So that's
Hey,
8
I'll take it.
points taken down to 4. Necrotic to the worm.
Okay. Points to 4.
Wither and Bloom was such a good spell they added, letting you roll your actual hit die for healing.
Yeah. And also, my modifier is really great. So good.
There you go.
So that's my action. Movement. I'm gonna move back a little bit. It's about there. So a little bit there. And I'm also gonna shout, it'd probably be the best interest if you could get away from this bug. Could do a little bit more damage and not hurt you all. And that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Got you. So you see now. Hold on. There are a few members of the camp who have appeared on the outskirts now, drawing longbows, and they're are now calling the alarm into the camp as you see more and more people start to respond. You see both of them knock arrows and launch, but unfortunately they both bounce off of this creature's tough hide. Arguvar here is going to heed Captain Rylin's warning here, and he is going to cast Guiding Bolt on this creature.
Good spell right there. Good spell.
But it just hits.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Go Argy. Arguvar.
Excellent. Yeah, you see this creature now. Already it has taken a good amount of health and hit points. And then the next attack made against this creature has advantage as you see light start to radiate out of this creature. Unfortunately, also at this point in time, you're also going to see, as I make them the correct size here.
Did you say unfortunately? Did you
I
say
hate that.
Unfortunately?
I hate that.
Several Aurochs, and I'm marking them with O because I already have A's on the battlefield, have begun to run free from the tent, sort of screaming directly out into this area.
Oh, good.
As it is
that
back
direction?
to Big G's turn. No, they're headed.
Okay.
So they're headed straight out, like
that
from
way?
this entrance.
Okay.
Running right now, at least, right directly into the battlefield.
Okay.
So, I got 3 questions. 1,
Yes.
Bless is still up, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
2, I forget the second question. We'll forget it. 3, Guiding Bolt. If I cast Jim's Magic Missile, does that give me advantage on all the darts or just the first dart?
I would say, yeah, just the first one.
That's fine. I'm casting Magic
Dude, you are
Missile.
inside the mouth of a creature.
That's fine. Oh, the second question was, how does this creature look?
It has taken some damage. It has taken some heavy hits already.
Okay,
Very
choose Magic
mouthy.
Missile, 2nd level.
Okay.
You just see a hand pop out from like
I was about to say, did we
between
just
the
see
fangs and boo boo boo.
And that counts as a ranged attack, correct?
Da.
A ranged spell attack.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, unfortunately, you are going to have disadvantage as you are definitely in melee range.
So
with
the
this
first
creature.
one would even out and make a.
The first one would even out. Yes.
You know what? Simple enough. I'll take the chance. I like gambling. You know. Let's cast it. Level
Okay.
2. 4 darts. First one is gonna be. Probably not gonna hit. I rolled a 3 on the die, so starting out strong. Second one. Oh, it was a natural 20 and a 2. Oh. Third one. Oh. That's 14 plus 7, 21.
That one will hit.
Okay, and then the last one. Okay, 7. Another 4. That's 11 plus 7, 18.
18 will hit.
Okay, so
So 2 of
that's
those hit.
44. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. It's 11 points of force damage.
11. Okay. Yeah, Big G, you send out a couple more of these magic missile streaks that come out of your hand and sort of wrap directly around you. A couple of them going wide, but you hear a couple of them impact this creature. It is, it is its turn now. Big G, that's a 27 to hit.
You know what? It unfortunately I just got shield times 8, so it doesn't hit.
So you all see the Remoraz as it climbs to the surface now and continues to make its way. Now sort of making kind of a beeline this way towards these new tasty morsels. You see it toss its head up and Big G fly into the air before it swallows him whole. Big G, you are blinded and restrained.
Oh, so I don't take damage?
You don't take damage
Okay.
right now. No,
That's
you're
fine
just
with me.
blinded and restrained. As
Perfect.
you feel that moment of weightlessness, and all of a sudden, quicker than you can blink, you are covered in darkness, and it is slimy and wet, and you can hardly move as you feel the set of muscles like working your way, like start to clench around you and work your way deeper into its gullet here.
We're getting a lot this campaign.
I'm about to say, this has to be like the 10th time that Big G has been eaten in his life.
Yeah.
He's a snack.
He's just like,
He's a tasty little morsel.
not again.
That brings us to Beor's turn.
I just want to know, if he fires his guns inside a monster, does it just automatically hit? He's just like,
Technically, because you are restrained, it is a.
can't do it. You're like,
Yeah, you can't. If it has, I think, if it depending on the components of the spell, depends on what you
Somatic,
can or
yeah.
cannot cast.
Okay. All right then. Well, my strategy has completely gone out the window now. But that's all right. I'm gonna go with Plan A.2, otherwise known as Plan B. Seeing as how I'm very close to this thing, even though it moved, I am going to not, only because I don't really have a good range thing, I'm not going to follow Rylin's directive. But it's okay. I'll take half. It's fine. I'm going to attack its back,
Okay.
and then I'm going to Misty Step, which I can do as a bonus action, and then I'm going to attack its front. So I'll be in front of this thing, and in between, I want to try to get kind of in between it and the Aurochs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make your attacks there, Bayor. Big G is technically not there. He's technically inside this thing. So.
All right. Are these rolled at advantage for the guiding bolt, or has those already been taken?
Yeah, that was eaten up by the Jim's magic missile.
Cool. I got 17 and then a +6, I think. +7? +6.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then I roll just for the sake of knowing my rules. I also add D4 for the bless too to hit. All right, cool. Anyway, that hits. All right, I'm gonna roll the other one just to keep things. That's a nat 1, so I missed that one. All right, I rolled a damage on the first one.
Bayor, you're going to take 5 points total of fire damage.
Did you already
that's
have
already
it?
reduced.
All right, cool. And that thing's going to take 6
Excellent.
from me. Ciao.
Yeah, Bayor, as you start to carve into this thing, you feel the heat hit you just like Celestina, as then you're still going to Misty Step over there, swinging at it again, now like face to face with this beast.
Nice.
Then that brings us to Celestina.
Back of this creature as it's been crawling out.
I was gonna say, yeah, Bayor, you do see Celestina just like hanging on. Make me a quick strength check, but it's gonna be pretty easy for you to hold on to this thing.
Oh yeah, 18 plus 19.
Yeah, you're solid. Celestina, you're easily able to hold on and kind of get your grip onto this thing and almost ride it up. As Bayor, you do see Celestina sort of at the top of this thing as you strike it.
Hold on!
I've got a question. I tossed my longbow up trying to get it out of the hole. Did it make it out of the hole?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let go of the war pig and jump off of it to try to retrieve my longbow.
Okay.
Because I use that kind of just to get out of there. And I'm going to use a bonus action to use Deft Shot. So I add 1d4 to the damage of each of these ranged attacks.
Okay.
And where would I have to move to get the bow?
I'm gonna say, let me roll. Let's do a D%. So it would have landed right there among those rocks.
Okay, then yeah, perfect. I am able to make my way over there, grab it, and then move like another 10 feet down, so here. And I'm going to loose 2 shots at it.
Okay.
Trying to aim for the back of the head of it, trying to get Big G out of there. 17 plus 4, 21, so plus 8, so 29 for the first hit.
That'll hit.
And for the second one, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be 27 for the second hit.
That'll hit.
All right, so that's going to be, let me just go ahead and roll up all the damage. Sorry, I dropped the die. Okay, for the first shot, 7 plus 5, so that's going to be 12. And on the second hit, 7 plus 1, so 8, so 13. So 25 total piercing damage
Okay.
as the arrow is loosed into it. And yeah, I'm just positioned to start making my way to get closer to it afterwards. But that is my turn.
That brings us to Rylin, as you see 2 arrows deftly strike into the back of this thing as you are just putting a beating onto this creature.
Yeah, so you see as Rylin pulls her staff out of the ground and kind of starts you see as water and almost electricity starts forming out of the top of her staff as she calls lightning. So you see as the storm clouds above begin to swirl and churn as lightning crackles, and she's going to cast Call Lightning down upon this worm. So I need a dexterity saving throw. If I could call lightning to where it hits the worm and not Bayor, that'd be great. But if not, I need a dex save from both Bayor and the worm. It's a 5-foot radius.
Yeah, because you can aim it towards the back here, and it's a huge creature. So yeah.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Bayor's safe anyways. Yeah. It, however, rolled a 7. So it is not safe.
Cool. So, I mean, if it's storming outside, it takes... Was it storming outside?
I said yes. Yeah, it
okay,
was.
Great. Cool. So it takes 4d10
Okay.
damage. No, actually 4d10.
I hope this centipede's insulated.
Kind of very well insulated,
I mean,
actually.
you're not touching the ground, so it's just going to go shoot straight through you and just keep going.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that
In
works.
fact, you'll probably feel better.
Oh, well, I lost
circuit's
one.
Still connected.
So, one of those is a 10.
Just jump.
So, 3, 5... so 8 plus 10 is 18.
Math.
Plus another 8 is...
26?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So 26 points of lightning damage.
Gotcha. I'm trying to think what's happening to Big G in here. My physics
Actually,
is
this is pretty cozy in here. This is really nice.
Just say for simplicity, I know real physics-wise he might be electrocuted by this, but we're gonna say he's safe for right now.
How much so much heat, it's gotta have insulation.
Yeah. 28.
The second layer of it is rubber, so it just hits the outside.
Yeah, that's what the Arn Rezamla stands for.
And as this bolt of lightning strikes down on this creature, you can see the whole, it's coiled up and kind of writhing around itself, but outstretched, it is probably a good 20, 30, 40 foot long creature. As the whole of it starts to twitch, and afterwards you can see these burn patterns and marks of a lightning bolt through the chitinous scales on its back, as it is not looking good right here. That brings us I'm sorry, Rylin, anything else you're doing on your turn?
Nope.
Okay, that brings us
can't do anything else, so that's it.
To the camp as the Aurochs are going to continue to sort of peel off and around this big thing, trying to run. You see there's a few more of them now that have appeared from the tent. And you can kind of hear there's some sort of commotion happening in the tent. Something is going on in there.
Bigger priorities.
As nope, it's not Arguvar's turn yet. It is I need what is Celestina, Rylin, and Arguvar's AC, please?
God.
19.
Oh, 15.
16. Excellent. While you've been fighting this giant creature, it's been hard to keep track of everything that's going on around you. But Celestina, there is a voice somewhere in the back of your head that just tells you, and you swear you hear the word below for a moment. As there are, I need you, Celestina, to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's gonna 19 plus 8 plus 4. That's gonna be a 31 there, champ.
Excellent. Okay, so you're going to reduce the damage from this attack. As from below Celestina, Rylin, and Arguvar, you see smaller 10-foot long versions of this creature have burst from the ground below you. Presumably the babies of this mother that is attacking. So Celestina, you're going to reduce this damage here. There's my D10.
I turn away from the combat map for just 1 second, and 3 more R's come up. They're breeding.
Yeah, the same thing.
Celestina, that is 12 piercing plus 6 fire damage.
Is that already
reduced?
half?
Yeah, no, reduced to 6 and 3.
So 9 total. Ooh.
Rylin. That is 9 piercing and 5 fire.
Oh,
and to Arguvar, that is 9 piercing and 6 fire.
so 14 total.
Yes.
Can I use a reaction to absorb half of that?
Sure.
Great.
I have a question for Big G's sake. The Remoras with how much points it takes per turn. I just don't know if that's what the rule that we're going to use for that.
It is, in 5th edition, the rule is specifically from within. It is damage from creatures within, already swallowed.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So if you give it a tummy ache.
Exactly. Yeah, if you tickle it from within.
So I captured half of the fire damage as an absorb elements.
Okay. So that was 5 fire damage. So that would be reduced down to 2 for you.
Okay. Cool. So I captured half of that. So I'm going to heal myself back up 3. And then I can also add that to a melee attack.
Oh, nice.
Next round. Yep. Cool.
As that brings us to Arguvar's turn. As Arguvar turns around now, and is going to make an attack against this thing with his new longsword.
Ooh.
He will unfortunately miss it here. As the shock from the creature popping up behind him makes his attack go wide a little bit. The archers here as well, both training on the closest new creature here. One of them is going to hit for 8 damage. The other one's shot goes wide, as that brings us to Big G. Big G, you take 12, 13 points of acid damage at the start of your turn.
I'm down.
Oh no!
Oh god.
The wrong person gets swallowed.
Oh yeah, you're resistant to acid
Um,
damage.
I'm actually
Yeah.
immune.
Immune.
Yeah.
Totally immune. 100.
I heal from it.
You're good.
1,000.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I've never had a character die before. I'm excited.
Let's not have that happen tonight. Let's keep that trend alive. Like
He
Big-
asked
Joking
to
about your
borrow
next character.
2 gold
Man, I
coins,
can't wait for-
Arizona.
I can't wait for Brill to come back and be like, "Who's this?" And I'll be like, "Hi, I'm new."
As you see, the Remoraz, severely wounded, is gonna make a bite attack against Bayor now here.
Go ahead. I'm going to take that mandible.
That's a natural 1. So unfortunately that's gonna miss as it tries to bite down, but Bayor, you're able to sort of like Hercules put your sword in a way so that its mouth, clamps down on it. You see it rear back in pain, as it is going to try to move on past you here, Bayor.
Oh, I am taking
Um,
that attack of opportunity if it moves.
Yes. And you can see its focus has shifted towards the campsite now, as more and more people seem to be coming out of the campsite and making more of a commotion. The creature seems to be drawn towards the movement that is happening.
Okay.
As that takes us to Bayor's turn.
Can I take my
I'm
attack
sorry.
of opportunity before
Yes,
I
I
do
forgot
that?
about that. Yes.
All right. Done. That is a 6 plus a 6. That's a 12. Add my guide or my bless. There's another 4. So 16.
16 just misses, unfortunately.
All right. Dang it. Stupid whatever. I'm going to hit it anyway. Because I'm going to run after it. Whee! And I'm going to slice this thing in half if I can. I'm going to smite this time. Whee! So that one's going to miss. That's a 5. That was 15, I guess.
Unfortunately.
That one might go. All right. 16 plus 3. 19.
That one's going to hit.
Done. Smite this dude. Let's see. You're gonna do. There it is. All right. Wrathful Smite. The next time I hit with a melee, your attack deals. This is going to be a level 2, 2d6 psychic damage. If you must make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened until your spell ends. As the action, the creature can make a wisdom save against your spell DC. My spell DC is 14.
Rolled a 15, unfortunately.
Well, it goes ahead and takes. It's 11 just by the Wrathful Smite. And then 11 plus another 8, 19. 19 damage.
Okay, Bayor, you brandishing your greatsword swipe across this creature. As it connects, you release this surge of divine energy, and your blade extends, and you cleave the creature in two with this strike as you see the top half start to fall away. Big G, you see, is... Whoop, grab Big G here. Big G, you see, lands in the snow, having been ejected from the creature's gullet, seemingly unmoving as he is landed. But you can see him now as the main Remoraz here is toast. That brings us to Celestina.
All right.
I'm sorry, Bayor. Was there anything else you're doing? Those were just your attacks.
No, I think that's it for now.
Okay, Celestina.
All right, seeing Big G pop out of this thing, my first priority is now getting to him. But this little Ramirez, I don't remember what their names are, so I'm going to mess it up each time. I'm going to use a key point to do another step of the wind, but this time, as opposed to dashing, I'm going to disengage as a bonus action from him.
Okay.
And whenever I get probably about 15 feet away, because I'm trying to make my way closer towards them, I'm gonna loose my 2 arrows into it.
Gotcha.
So the first one is either a 6 plus 8, so 14.
Okay.
14 hits the little one.
Unfortunately, just misses the little one.
Right, and the next hit is 16 plus 3 is 19, so 27.
27 will hit.
All right, so this next arrow is going to fly into its face, and that's only going to be 7 more piercing damage. And then I'm going to use the last 25 feet of my movement to kind of get around where this difficult terrain was and trying to make my way towards Bayor and Big G.
Or, Celestina able to easily dodge out of the way as this creature tries to attack you, sending an arrow into it. Before you're running off towards Big G. That brings us to Rylin.
Hello, yes. Cool, great. As an action, she is going to call that lovely storm that is above her head to strike down the baby Ramores that was just attacking Celestina.
Okay.
So dexterity saving throw again.
That is that's a 19 on the die for an unnatural 20.
Cool. So half damage from these 4d10s. That's 2 10s. So 20 plus 7 plus 1. So 28 points of lightning damage to them. And then, as a bonus action, you watch as the pixie kind of crawls up Rylin's head and flies off towards Big G to grant him Balm of the Summer Court for 2d6 healing from my lovely pixie.
Okay.
Big G's
so
breathing.
That is a 5 and a 6, so 11 plus an additional 2 temp HP. So
Is it
11 real hit
temporary?
points and 2 temp HP.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Big G, you cough and sputter yourself awake as you see the small blue pixie floating in front of your face.
I died. I knew it.
Just comes up and like gives you a little kiss on the nose. What? Really loves you so very much. And then she will flutter away back into Rylin's crown and
Fuck yeah, Rylin has a
wind
crown.
tossed hair.
Yep.
So Rylin, is there anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, she's staying there. She's
Got
gonna
you.
just kind of eyeball her own baby.
Then it is the baby's turn. As you see, the one that was attacking Celestina turns around and goes back into the burrow that it was making for itself. As you feel, Rylin, the ground underneath you start to tremor and shake a little bit. The one right next to you, Rylin, is going to attack you. That's probably this for what was that? 9. And then it is going to sort of follow suit a little. and it is going to also be making its escape. As it turns around and goes back into this burrow, Rylin, you get an opportunity attack with your shillelagh.
Shaky. I took 9 damage, right? Before we
Yes.
start this? Okay, cool. So...
Oh, no, you didn't take 9 damage. It rolled a 9 to hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah, what's up? All right, cool. So I get to hit it again with my little quarterstaff, with my shillelagh. Okay, cool. So, oh damn. Okay, cool. So that's a 17 on the die plus 8. So
Yeah.
25.
Yep, that'll hit.
Great. 1d8. Where's my d8? Oh, for a 6. 6 plus 5 is 11 points of damage.
Smack it in the face.
As you
Smack
see
in the
your staff makes a solid contact as you actually see one of the legs of the creature just like pop off of it as you just knock it.
Take it.
Oh wait,
it has
weird point of question.
yeah.
How many legs does it have?
So we were talking about what constitutes a turn, because I did take absorb elements for my next melee attack, which means I would
Add a d6.
I could add a d6 fire to that. But I did also have a turn since then, so that's up to you, DM Kurt.
Oh, because you had used your reaction.
Yeah. I don't want to take excessive damage.
I will say yes this time. Unfortunately, as you release the extra fire damage, it doesn't seem to have an effect on this creature.
Thank you.
So, unfortunately,
I'll take it.
as you see it burrow down into the earth and disappear. Rylin, what's your? No, I'll just. You can see it is headed towards the camp.
Great.
As this one next to Arguvar here is going to. I'm not on the right layer. Burrow and make a double move.
We're fighting Zerg now. That's the thing. I don't know if we could say that. Sorry, Blizzard.
I feel like nobody's gonna get that joke, but I really appreciated it.
I used to love watching that from
Okay.
Oh wait, we weren't talking about Toy Story. Might be.
So that brings us to the camp's turn. As you see, these archers here are sort of like holding their bows and like searching. You can see the one on the left here. All of a sudden, he looks down. As you can see, the earth below him moves, and he kind of like rides up and over it. And he goes, "They're headed towards the camp! They're headed towards the camp!" As he calls into the camp now. And you can
I thought it was going to be
now,
a straight Tremors, like you, huh? Just gone.
You can hear like the alarm has rung in full in the camp as people are out and about. This Aurochs is off the map. This one is off the map. This one is off the map. Celestina, this one. 2 of them kind of come by you very closely here. There's a few more now run out. Boom, coming out of the tent. That brings us to Arguvar's turn, as Arguvar is gonna run over as much as he can close to Big G, and then is gonna heal you.
Oh, thanks.
30. Yeah, you can pretty much get there. And then let me find it here.
I feel my life coming back slowly.
I'm gonna cast. He's gonna do it at 3rd level since you were pretty much dead. It's 3d8.
Ooh, okay.
So that's gonna be. Oh, seriously? I rolled a 5 plus 3 for 8 damage healed.
I'll take it. 8 is better than none.
For Big G, that's basically got him almost at max.
Yeah, I'm almost at max right now.
Okay. All right, Big G, you're feeling for being swallowed for the 2nd time in a couple of weeks here. You're feeling surprisingly good.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a chameleon. Let's go.
As Big G, it takes us to your turn.
Okay. So there's no more centipede things, right?
Not that you can see, but the alarm has been called in the camp as you believe that they are working their way there.
I'm torn. I'm gonna move over to the Aurochs.
Okay.
Move over to them, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, hold on, big guys, come on, we gotta reel back and get back in your tent. Come on, let's go. What are you doing? The shift's not over yet. Come on."
Okay, Big G, give me an animal handling check.
Well, I am not the person for this, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Do we still have bless?
Oh wait, I did not actually run. No.
Oh, we don't? That's fine. I rolled an 11 -1 for a 10.
10. You can see these 2 Aurochs here that you sort of scoot in front of. They aren't completely calmed down, but they aren't like bolting anymore.
I'm gonna just take out some rations and try to feed it to them. That's
okay.
Just trying to. I'm trying to keep as many Aurochs as we possibly can.
Got you. So that will take us to the dead one's turn. So that's Big G, not Big G, Bayor.
Okay. I am going to go towards the tent that these Aurochs are coming out of to see what in the heck is going on.
Sure.
So that's might put me right at the door.
Let me actually. Let me see here. So you see, Bayor, as you approach the tent, there are 1 or 2 Aurochs remaining inside the tent. As you can see, the form of Vargas Bashwell, the scout that you had all tied. He has a knife in his hands, and there's ropes all over the ground. But Bayor, make a perception check.
All right, 12 plus. I think it's a 3. Perception. 2. 14.
Okay. There is something not right about Bashwell's movements here.
Aye.
He's acting. It's something not natural about his pacing, his gait, his movements, as they're almost stiff and mechanical, and there's something that strikes you as unnatural about it.
Okay. I'm gonna try to channel my divinity then, and do, as an action, I can use the spectral vines to spring up. Cause spectral vines to spring up and reach to a creature 10 feet in front of you that you can see. That's gonna hit him. That's gonna actually take. Oh no, it doesn't. That's just restraining. That's not restraining smite. That's just nature's wrath. Cool. I'm just gonna ensnare him then.
Okay.
If I can.
Sure.
That is a dex. Nature's wrath is a dex or strength saving throw.
Okay.
Or be restrained.
That's going to be a 13.
All right. My spell DC is a 14.
Okay, yeah. So these spectral vines emerge from the ground, and you see, just as he was about to reach for the tie rope of one of the two remaining Aurochs, you can see that vines grasp around his arm and lock him in place, stopping him from moving any further. There is very little response. There's not the typical response that you would expect to see of someone who's like suddenly been grasped. It's like he's still focused and still trying to cut this rope.
Okay.
Anything else here, Bayor?
I think that's gonna be it for my turn. But I'm going to be trying to assess what in the world is going on with this guy next time.
Sure. That brings us to Celestina.
Hey, here's what I'm going to do. Because I saw that those things made their way into the hole. I cannot see them, but I can figure out which tunnel they went. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to run back again and slide back down the hole and make my way back down there. Again, using my reaction to reduce any fall.
The party!
Sure. Your blind sense is 10 feet around you, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And what?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead and describing real fast as I'm dropping down in there.
Yeah, no, Celestina, very, very similarly, you know the layout of this tunnel, and you're able to more easily than the last time get down to it. You do see there don't appear to be any new tunnels from your perspective. There's the tunnel that heads to the north here, and then there's the tunnel that the creature kind of burrowed into directly in front of you.
I'm going to orient myself towards the way that it's going towards camp. And as an action, what I'm going to do is, using my last 2 key points, I'm going to take a quick second and kind of just recompose myself as I use one of the new things that was added in Tasha's quickened healing, where I heal 1d6 plus 3. And because I used a key point, I can use a monk weapon as a bonus action, meaning I'm going to fire my bow after I quickly heal.
Okay.
And that is 6, so I heal 9.
Okay.
And so I heal 9, so that's bringing me back up to 22. And I'm going to loose an arrow. It'll be at disadvantage, but it's going to be, I know that it went down that way, and these tunnels are not that big, so my goal is just, as long as this arrow flies forward, it'll hit something.
Sure.
And that's either with the D4. That is either a 14 or a 10.
Unfortunately, these are going to miss here. As you fire the arrow and it doesn't hit, you hear it ricocheting off of the stone walls.
And I'm going to start making my way kind of further down because I still have 5 more feet of movement. I'm just going to start making my way down the hall, that tunnel, with just my bow at the ready.
Sure.
And that is
then that takes us to Rylin.
No shit.
Keep trying to drink.
Oh shit.
Yeah, both Rylin and seeing Celestina kind of just dive in there, and then also kind of knowing that they're going towards the camp, and kind of seeing what Bayor is doing, is going back and forth in her mind of who to follow and who needs more help.
We don't have less anymore.
Yep. So she is going to chase after Celestina. So she's going to not leave someone by themselves. And she's going to use her full movement.
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Hold on. I need to remember how to do this again.
Or the funnel tunnel. There you go.
So, movement-wise, she could definitely get to where Celestina is. So she's going to use her 30 feet of movement to get there, which is like 20 feet, and then kind of like slide down to where the hole is for her final 10.
Okay.
And then is going to bonus action Bamf Misty Step to Celestina.
Fuck yeah.
Excellent.
Celestina? My dear, we're alone down here now. There's things going on in the camp.
These things are underneath the camp. We have to get them before they
Okay.
burrow up and get someone.
Well, I'm with you now, so let's just
If-
keep each other safe. Hopefully they're okay upstairs. Bear's there, right?
Perfect, because I cannot see down here. So thankfully
Okay.
someone can see.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Rylin. So you can see. I'll put it on the map here. The closest one is in front of you here in this tunnel.
Okay.
And it is just making its way. You see, it can't move as much as it would like to, as you quickly see. It is burrowing essentially a new tunnel underneath the camp here. You see into the tunnel that it is a second one ahead of it now, kind of burst through a wall in the side and join up with this tunnel that they are now kind of traveling down together. This one here is going to emerge. Okay. Well, okay. Team Cartkill might be getting a little revenge as the third baby erupts from underneath the mess cart, the cart where the two orcs cook all the meals, sending it tipping onto its side and splintering a little bit as it erupts from the ground beneath it.
You know
You
what,
can
everybody?
see-
I'm having a change of heart all of a sudden. Maybe we should join up with these guys.
You also see these two archers here. Oh, okay. Both are going to land their shots into this Remoras that cropped up here. Okay. You see arrows enter both sides of its neck as it starts to thrash. And then that takes us to Arguvar, as he's gonna turn and make his way to try to attack this Remoras. Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah, that's wrong, so I'll go with that. Excellent. So yeah, you see Arguvar step forward and slice into this Remoras deep. You see the Remoras turn and lock onto Arguvar now. That's going to take us back to the top of the initiative order. We're going to pause here because it's been almost 2 hours, and we're going to take a little bit of a break. So we're going to go use the restroom, go grab a drink of water. We will be right back in 10 minutes.
Water?
So
I
don't
drink
go
coffee.
anywhere. Hello and welcome back to Diceburgh. We are in the middle of some pitched combat where the party, the scouts, took down the large adult Remoras, but they're still dealing with some baby Remorazes that are underneath the surface trying to attack the camp. We are back to Big G's turn as you are giving some rations to some of the Aurochs here.
Yes. Now that they're above the surface, I'm gonna ignore the Aurochs. I'm ready. I'm gonna start blasting once again. Unfortunately, I am out of money, so I can only do regular magic missile.
That is
With
fair.
the pay-to-win model,
Pay
gets
all
you
the
there.
royalties, man.
So
Jeez.
I'm gonna cast regular magic missile. Oh, you know what? Actually, no. If I could take that back, that's okay. I have another
Sure.
idea.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how close the two were. So I'm gonna look over. I'm gonna pull out that big cigar, light it up, and as I blow out, little sparks fly all the way over to right in between the two Remorazes, and fireworks start to explode. Oh,
So I apologize. Those two are underground. Celestina and Rylin can see them because they're down.
Yeah,
in
my
the
mistake.
tunnel.
My mistake.
Yep.
I start
you're with me.
blasting the other one
Let
with
me- no, you're
magic
good.
missile.
Let me. Can I mark them? Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
I
I'm
got
gonna
so
mark
excited.
these two as being underground here with the little dots.
I still take out my cigar and light it up, and then I magic missile the one that I could see.
Oh yeah, the one right here in the camp.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Magic
Then go
missile.
ahead and roll your damage. For
I will
those.
cast it at second level, so it'll be 44 plus 4. Oh, that's really good. That's 12 plus 4, which is 16 points of force damage.
Oh. Yeah, the bolt streaming past Arguvar's head around the fallen cart as they strike into the Remoraz, who is not looking particularly great here. That takes us to Beor's turn.
All right. Let me see, just to check on my that restraint. I think that's as far as like time goes. Want to know if I could just like leave the guy. Let's see. It just ends on at the end of each of its turns. So I guess until it eats it, because it doesn't have a time. Okay. At least I don't see one.
What ability was this again?
That one's a divine channel divinity, Nature's Wrath, and it's one action. Use your channel divinity to invoke primal forces to ensnare a foe. As an action, you cause spectral vines to spring up. Reach for a creature within 10 feet you can see. Creature must succeed a strength or dexterity throw, or be restrained. While restrained by the vines, the creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each turn. On success, it frees itself and the vines vanish. But that's it. That's all it says.
Okay.
I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay.
You choose. Rule of cool.
That's fine. We'll just make him repeat the save.
All right. Cool. Well then, if he's restrained, I'm just gonna go knock him out.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. That's a advantage on the attack.
All right. It's either a 17 or a 1. So 17, I guess.
Yeah,
Plus
the
6.
17's going to hit him.
All right. I'm gonna wallop that guy with a D2 or a D4. So that's a 2 plus my strength plus 3. So 2, 5.
And I will say for because he is restrained, because he is not able to defend himself at all, you're able to right between the eyes, and he is out. He's unconscious.
Good night.
Bayor, anything else you're doing on your turn here?
I'm gonna leave the tent. So I guess I use my move action as much as I can to go to help Big G.
Sure. Yeah, I'll put you right around the entrance to the tent here. That brings us back to Celestina down in the pit here.
All right, I'm going to use my bonus action to kind of get ready and prepare for the Kensai shots. That way, as soon as I get close enough, I'm going to fire the shots. And I'm going to make my way down the tunnel. And as soon as I get within 10 feet, because I cannot see this creature, as soon as I get within 10 feet and I know that I'm close, I'm going to just launch the 2 shots as soon as it's within my blind sight.
Sure.
All right. So the first one that's going to be a 13.
Unfortunately, that first one will miss.
But the second one is a 10.
Unfortunately, both of them are going to miss. Celestina, the 2 shots ricocheting off of the plated armored body of this creature as it is, seemingly doesn't react to these shots like the first one did. These ones appear to be pretty focused on the movement and the motion that's going on in the camp.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep behind them, but staying within that 10 feet to avoid getting burned.
Gotcha. That brings us to Rylin.
Hello. Yes. Seeing Celestina take off, I am really just gonna move very slightly. Actually, God damn it. Sorry, not roll 20. I'm gonna move slightly closer, where I'm within 10 feet of Celestina, but I'm going to cast Ice Knife. So you see as I pull almost the water off of my skin that is just always naturally there as a water genasi to create this very long shard of ice and send it towards the furthest baby that we see.
Second one here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do I have it? Can I see that shot?
It is behind the other one, so that's going to be a more difficult shot. I'm going to say it has some cover from you if you want to try to make that shot.
I'm just going to try and aim at the first one if I don't have a clear shot at the second one.
Sure.
So I'm going to aim at the first one with Ice Knife, but with how close they are together. That was a 13 plus 8 on the die. Okay. So there's a 5-foot radius of this after it hits. Then it explodes.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, it's going to be just outside of that radius here.
Well, that's fine. So I'll just take the initial damage of 1d10 of cold damage, and that's going to be a 10 on the die.
Oh, okay.
So 10 points of cold damage.
To the first one here. That got its attention a little bit more, as it seems to have come to a stop in the tunnel here. Rylin, anything else you're doing?
So that is my action movement. I don't think I can do anything else bonus action wise.
I was Ice Knife, right?
I'm gonna recast Chalet on my. I think I dropped it at one point, so I'm gonna actually recast Chalet on my quarterstaff, kind of walking staff.
That was Ice Knife, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it also has to make a dex save, or it'll take 2d6 cold damage.
I think it's just for.
I think it includes that monster though too.
Yeah, it would include the monster that gets hit.
Oh, the target and each creature. Okay, so yeah, it does have to make another additional dex save.
Okay.
Or it takes 2d6.
We need it dead.
That is an 11.
Yeah, that doesn't make it. So additional save for it exploding. Ooh, that's really, really nice. So that's an additional 11 points of cold damage.
Unfortunately, Rylin, as the
oh wait.
dagger explodes, as the ice knife explodes in its scales, you can see the explosion doesn't quite have the same impact as you're used to. It doesn't go off. You think it might be because this extreme heat of the creature already melted a lot of your ice knife as after it pierced it. So unfortunately, that does not do any damage here.
Great.
It did, however, get its attention. As you see, it stops and turns around and is going to come back here, attacking Celestina as the first one in its path. Celestina, you can see now what was a shadow in ahead of you. Out of the darkness, this giant centipede appears, gnashing mandibles, clawing at you. It is an attack for 22.
That hits. Oh no.
Okay, that is 9 points of piercing and 1 point of fire.
That's not. I'm alive still, so we're golden.
Hey.
Celestina, you feel the mandibles crush in around you and the intense heat coming off of this creature. It's the next one's turn, as this one is going to make a line and erupt out. Bayor and Big G, you see this one erupt out from beneath the surface, attacking this archer here. Okay, unfortunately, that's going to hit that poor archer. Okay. You see the Remoras come down and just clamp onto the archer's arm, swallowing the bow whole that he was holding, and it rips away as large hunks of flesh are torn off of his arm. This archer is not in good shape here.
Not at all. Doesn't have an arm anymore.
Oh no.
There's the last one here is going to attack Arguvar, because Arguvar is all up in his face. It's a natural 1. So Arguvar is safe for now. That brings us to the camp's turn, as this archer is going to try to make a run for it. Is going to get hit with the attack of opportunity.
No.
And unfortunately, Bayor and Big G, you see as this archer tries to run, the Remoras grabs a hold of his leg and again is gnashing down and tearing him up, not letting him escape. This archer is dead here.
Good.
The other archer is going to take a shot. That's going to hit. Okay, dealing some damage to the Remoras fighting Arguvar before it's Arguvar's turn. As Arguvar is gonna cast his handy dandy, where can I find it here? Spiritual weapon.
It's a math spell.
His math spell. A melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. 10 plus 6, that's gonna hit. For 8 plus 3 for 11 points of damage. This one is really not doing well here. The one Arguvar is facing down, you can see as the divine equation starts spiraling around his head, burning into the creature. It is not hanging on well. That brings us back to Big G.
Okay, how are they looking?
The one that popped up here close to you doesn't look too bad. This one's not doing so well. The one further from you. And then this one you can't see. That one's still underground.
Are they... Since I know what these creatures are they more intelligent creatures? Would I know that?
You would know the stories about them are pretty like bestial. Like they're
Okay.
pretty animal intelligence.
Never mind then. Then I am the one next to Arguvar. I'm going to cast Magic Missile again at 2nd level.
Okay.
Okay, so that's another 4d4 plus 4. It's okay. That's 6, 8, 9 plus 13 points of force
13.
damage.
Not quite there yet, but
That's fine. Little by little.
yeah, we're getting there. As more strikes go into this creature, you can see now its movement becomes a little more frantic, as if it is looking for an escape. The smaller ones not quite as brave as the larger adult one.
I would also like to look towards Bayor and go, Bayor, do you got like a dagger or something? Because I'm almost tapped out and I forgot to bring a weapon. I don't own a weapon.
Is he big enough to hold a spear?
Uh.
I do have a dagger, but I think the spear might be more versatile for him.
It is not a heavy weapon, so yeah.
Okay. Let's check on my spear.
I'll pick it up on my next turn.
Gotcha. I'll say you're close enough. Don't make you roll to catch the spear, Big G.
Okay.
You can grab it. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I also have my movement. I'll just move up to Bayor then.
Even
I
easier.
still- Yeah.
If he moves up then to ask for that, I'm just going to say, there's something wrong with Fargus. He's back there again, releasing more of those Aurochs. Can you take this? And I point towards the spindly leg thing.
Yeah, sure.
Stab it between the eyes, however many there are.
I'm ready.
Then that brings us to Bayor. You are next.
I kind of actually want to go back into the tent and cast sense or detect magic, just to see if maybe he was under some sort of spell, especially if it
Sure.
was like within a certain range.
Yeah, most certainly.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if yeah, okay, cool. Oh, still learning my paladin. Don't know if casting it dispels the spell or not. It does not. So, still have 2 more spell slots left after this one for level 1. But I detect magic. That is a 30 presence within 30 feet of you, and I'm going to walk back into the tent.
Gotcha. So yeah, you sure enough see a faint aura of magic around Fargus. He appears to be affected by enchantment magic.
Does that mean that it is not something that is like actively on him, that somebody needs like concentration and or like attention? Like it's like some sort of thing is on him that's making him do this kind of thing?
Give me an Arcana check.
There's a 12, probably not a very good roll because intelligence is not my forte. Arcana. Oh, it's a +2. All right, 14.
Okay. You're not quite sure the exact origins of it, but you deduce like this is an aura that is a lingering effect from an active spell that has been cast on him.
Okay. So if it's lingering, then there's probably not something like on the other side of the tent nobody's doing this kind of thing. All right, cool. Okay.
I will neither confirm nor deny that.
Okay. Because if so, then I am literally going to be tearing this tent apart and or going on the other side of the tent wall, see if there's anything standing around, just like kind of, doing one of these things.
I'll be a little more clear. So it is probably not someone in close vicinity, like focusing on it, but it is probably something that was cast fairly recently.
Okay. Yeah, if it's not active, then I'm not gonna, because I was like, can I do the Gandalf thing with Saruman where I could be like, I release you from this spell, that kind of like thing where he sends Saruman outside of King of Rohan's head. But I don't know what kind of spell that would be, so I don't know.
If you had anything that dispelled magic, you could try that.
Nah, I don't got Dispel. I only have Detect. I'm a paladin. I ain't got the crazy toolbox.
Yeah. Then unfortunately, until he wakes up and you see what condition he's in, you're not quite sure.
Okay.
So that takes us to Celestina down in the pit facing off against one of these things.
And am I grappled because it hit me, or am I still good?
You are not grappled.
Okay. Then what I'm going to do is, while it's immediately on me, my first action is probably going to be just to punch it and try to get away from it.
Okay.
So the first hit's going to be a punch. That is not going to hit. That is definitely going to be a 10.
Okay. Yep. Unfortunately, that misses.
Then I'm going to just take, try to get back. I'll take the opportunity attack to get 10 feet away from it.
Oh, it's an 18 on the
Does
die
not hit.
For a 24.
That does hit. But also, since I punched and I'm holding my bow, my AC is 21 for right now. But it doesn't matter.
That's going to be 14 piercing plus 5 fire.
You see as I punch and I try to get away, and it snaps at me, and Celestina drops. Just getting hit straight in the gut, and then kind of just dropping to a knee for a second.
This is not a funnel tunnel anymore. This is not a funnel tunnel.
You see Rylin this behind you as it is your turn now.
Okay. Oh, God. Seeing that. How far away is Celestina from?
I'd probably be just right in front of it still.
Okay.
Yeah, since it was the opportunity attack. So he's 10 feet ahead of you. Well, 15 technically here.
You see as that the knowledge that you took from recreating the white lotus lily of drawing into the necrotic to bring life, cast Wither and Bloom again, but at a higher level, where she is drawing the energy from this this worm and transferring it into Celestina. So she's casting it at 3rd level.
Ooh.
Okay.
So I get to roll 3 hit die?
So I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's not good. That is an 8.
Great.
I rhymed.
So yeah, so you get to roll the healing and rolls increase. Okay, yes, you get to roll 3 hit die to increase your level, to increase your hit points, and the damage it takes is 3d6 necrotic.
6.
Which 3. I'm using my straight black d6 for this.
I rolled 6, 6, and 3, so that's 15. What do I add to that as well?
I don't think you add anything to it, actually. Wait, plus my spellcasting modifier. So you add 5.
I heal 20. You see as I spring back.
He was just stretching. That's all he was doing. It's fine.
I rolled 2 6s and a 5
Oh.
for necrotic damage. So that is 12 plus 5 is
17.
17 points of necrotic.
Yeah, this one also very much not looking so hot. As its life force has been drained and given to Celestina. The time Rylin spent in the swamp seemingly done her some good. Rylin, anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Pick Celestina up and start running. So I will use part of my movement to essentially move back to Celestina. So that is like 15, and then like start dragging her for half my movement back. Sorry.
You're good.
Sure. So
pretty much back to where it pretty much was.
Gotcha. Take
To
Celestina.
drag them with me.
Yeah, you see Celestina is kind of just like recovering for a second, like from that brief knockout.
It was a very brief knockout, thankfully.
Yeah.
That brings us to their turn now. As you dragging it away, it is now going to turn and move its way down the tunnel that was dug by the other two. And you can see it, Celestina, as you're coming awake, you can kind of see the tail of it disappearing into the darkness again as it is starting to move away. The other ones, this one now is going to move on the surface, and you can see it like tearing into the mess tent, and kind of disappearing in this. You can hear tables shattering and chairs going flying places. This one here is going to attack Arguvar again.
So we're confirmed that this is team anti-cart kill. So this is team tent kill?
No. Tents are fine.
Well, apparently not to this team. We're team cart kill. They must be team tent kill. So obviously we have a rivalry on our hands.
This one unfortunately is going to whiff its attack at Arguvar again. It is not having good luck, and it's getting frustrated, so it's going to use its movement to start to burrow again. Arguvar gets an attack of opportunity. Unfortunately, he's going to whiff that. As you see, this one disappears below the surface again. That brings us to Arguvar's turn. As he's gonna look around and kind of tear off into the tent here. Trying to attack this one. With his main attack is gonna miss, and his spiritual weapon, it will hit. Okay. Excellent. That brings us back to the top of the order with Big G.
Okay. So can I see any of them?
You can see this one in the tent. It's got some cover from you just because you're shooting through the tent and everything, but you can still see it.
You think cover matters to me? I cast Magic Missile once again. Unfortunately, it has to be level 1. So,
gotcha.
That was only 3d4 plus 3. Oh, that is not good. That's 8 points of damage.
8 points. Okay.
Oh, sorry. That is 7 points of damage.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. the arcane blasts going flying, swiftly finding their way to their target, even through the commotion that's happening there. Anything else you're doing here, Big G?
You know what? I will move a little bit further in, just so I can keep an eye like into the tent. I'll just move like right there.
Then that brings us back to Bayor.
Okay. Knowing that we're gonna have to chase some Aurochs soon, that's fine. I'm just gonna try to head into this tent as best I can. Is it still standing, or is it like a jumbled mess?
It's becoming sort of a jumbled mess here as the Remoras has taken off like the support beams, and it started to fall. It's considered difficult terrain within the tent area there.
Okay. Is anyone else in it?
Arguvar ran in it. Thankfully, it's the middle of the night, so no one was eating. There was no food being served. You do see crawling out of this cart that has been wrecked, do appear to be the 2 orc cooks, who are, crawling out and trying to figure out what's going on as the tent is in their face now.
Well, if they're right next to me, I'm going to lift the tent while I go in and be like, get out. And I'm going to release Daunting Roar as a bonus action while I charge forward to attack this thing. Then Daunting Roar is a DC 14 or become frightened until the end of my next turn.
What's the radius on this?
That is a 10 feet. Am I 10 feet?
Yeah, you'll hit that one. I didn't know if you'd hit any of the other ones. That is a 10.
Yeah, no. Haha! He's scaredy cat now. All right, cool. So, I'm gonna attack it while it's frightened. Yeah!
Okay.
Which I believe is advantage. It might be, Roland. Or it might, I think, with frightened, they just want to run away from me.
It has disadvantage against you, and it can't willingly move closer to you.
That's the one. I knew it was something disadvantage with that. Okay, cool.
Oh, well, it has disadvantage while you are within its line of sight, not just against you.
All right. I rolled a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. I'm going to spend one of my spell slots to do a smite. So that's 3 and 3 on the sword. That's 6 plus a 5 plus a 7. 6 plus 11 is 17. And then my strength plus 3. Okay. 20 points of damage.
Ooh. Bayor, you see now as this thing rears up sort of in fright, leaving its soft underbelly exposed. You run up and you carve your blade across it. You do take 6 points of fire damage from the attack.
That's half, buddy. Yo, we're cooking this thing tonight. We're cooking it. I'm going to eat this thing. We're going to have shrimp.
Your warding bond, is that a...
It is not a concentration, and it lasts for...
Excellent.
Let me see how long that lasts. An hour.
An hour. Okay.
Jesus. Yo, and I can cast it twice if I don't want to use a really powerful smite instead.
Okay, good to know. Then that, with Bayor's turn, brings us to Celestina, as you are coming to prone, being dragged away from this creature by Rylin.
All right, kind of wiping the blood from my mouth. I'm seeing that this creature is still up. I'm going to still grab my bow from the ground and start charging back towards it. And as soon as I get within 10 feet, seeing it's about to break through, I'm going to do, again, from 10 feet away, another 2 death shots at this creature. 2 Kensei shots, my bad.
Gotcha.
To try to take this thing out before it can also breach the surface.
That
is an 18.
Sure. Celestina, can you do you have an ability? Can you stand up without expending movement speed? Is that a thing monks can do?
You said I was prone?
Yeah.
Oh, my
When you went
apologies.
unconscious, you fell prone.
Oh, then I would use half my movement to get up, and so I'd move 20 feet from where I was. So I was here, so I can get here. I've got a question. Is it, since it's about to breach like the surface, is there more light that I can see, or?
Yeah, I'll say there's a little more light coming from the camp here. There's been a couple more holes breached by the other ones in the vicinity as well. So I'll say it's good enough that you have a shot on it.
Okay. The first hit's then going to be an 18.
Okay, that'll hit.
And the second hit is going to be a 17.
That'll also hit.
All right. So for the first one, it's going to be, ooh, that's good. 16 piercing damage for the first shot.
Okay.
And another 14 for the second, so 30 piercing damage as these arrows fly into the back of it.
Celestina, the 2 arrows strike the first one in its side, which causes the creature to rear up. The second one, you adjust your aim upwards in a split second, and it lands straight through the creature's head as it collapses onto the ground, dead.
Out of breath and still running. This wasn't using any of my movement, but I'm still preparing now to run out of the hole and meet where the other creature is. Not taking a moment to rest on this.
That brings us to Rylin then.
So, you're further down the tunnel then, right? You're running away from Rylin?
Yeah, I was moving away from Rylin, but the light's starting to pour in.
So, seeing Celestina start running that way, Rylin's gonna do something unusual for her, but also kind of not at the same time, considering she just did it recently. Well, never mind. Ignore that. Sorry. I'm gonna do something and then actually read stats. So she's gonna actually start running towards where Celestina went. Can I use the spell again? So in that same direction, so I can do 30 feet in that direction. So I'm going to keep running. Actually, kind of run past where Celestina is. To around there. And see where the light's pouring out. And kind of see the light and Misty Step yet again. Use a spell slot for that one. To Misty Step to the ground, 30 feet. As a bonus action, which would bring me to the ground. I'm sorry, Roll20 and me do not
You're fine.
have a friendly relationship.
Oof.
Okay. So I'm gonna move to kind of where this, it's around there. Kind of see a dead thing, be like, oh shit, oh god, oh no,
Oh golly.
oh dear, sorry. And just kind of
Popped up right next to dead guy.
yeah, kind of. And just kind of assess the situation to make sure the rest of my team is not also dead.
Sure. So from your viewpoint, as you pop up on the surface here, you see Big G there. You see there's a lot of commotion in the tent, and you can see flashes of Arguvar and Bayor as they are battling another one. The third younger Remoraz you do not see at the moment. However, you do see this wagon utterly destroyed as there are craters near it. That brings us to their
another one.
We didn't do it that time. Not us.
You see Commander Miranda actually appears from her wagon here. You see her emerge in full armor as she is still like buckling part of her pauldron on as she emerges from the tent. She starts to call over to this archer to ask what's going on as the Remoraz emerges again. Sending Commander Miranda and the whole wagon tumbling onto its side. Unfortunately, let's see here. The wagon is gonna land directly on top of this archer here, pinning the lower half of his body underneath of it. And it sends Commander Miranda flying into the snow as well. I don't have an M. That's fine. Commander Miranda is gonna be this H here. She is thrown into the snow.
He's
From
heckin' commander.
from
now.
Miranda. Got it.
Yeah, it's the silent H.
Yeah, that's it.
As the Remoraz emerges, and then you see it continue kind of to go on this warpath towards this other cart here. There are other members of the camp who are present now, and it's gonna take a bite out of one of them. Okay. You see a couple of more scouts, one with a shield and a spear similar to Bayor, run forward. The creature bites down and chomps the spear in half before sort of trying to tackle the scout. That brings us to the babies. That brings us to the camp. As this
I look at Big G. I'm like, don't let that happen to my spear.
Try to free himself.
Ooh.
Okay, so you see there's a couple of other scouts that are surrounding this one now and trying to corral it from getting any further into the camp. They're currently keeping their distance on it as an archer further in the camp lands a good shot into it. It is weakening quickly here. This one in here, being afraid of Bayor, is going to turn and start to run, giving Arguvar and Bayor attack of opportunities.
Will this be a crit?
Hit it till it dies.
That dice is retired for the evening. That is
it's
another
13.
natural one.
All right, I rolled a 13 plus a 6 is 19.
That will hit.
2d6 plus 3. Well, that's okay. 6 points of damage.
Okay.
That's not a lot of damage.
Bayor, you take 1 halved to 0 fire damage from your attack. As you see this Remoraz, and we might have to go off the map here, go a little bit into Theater of the Mind. This Remoraz works its way into the camp. It is going to be attacking a couple of guards, or one of the guards that it passes. Scouts. Gotcha. Okay. And that would bring us to Arguvar's turn. And Arguvar is going to continue to rush forward here and make some attacks. The longsword will hit. Excellent. You see Bayor Arguvar rushing forward, taking a decent amount of damage. You see a lot of Arguvar's robes now that are singed just from the heat of being in close combat with this thing for so long. That brings us to Big G's turn.
Ooh. I mean, the one that's in the camp, is it within 120 feet?
They both are of you.
which one looks the worst?
Currently the one that is further away, the one that attacked Commander Miranda's wagon.
Well, I can't have that. I'm gonna cast my final magic missile at it.
Hey.
Okay. Oof. Okay, that's gonna be not too bad again. That's 10 plus 3, so 13.
Okay, Big G. These arcane strikes launching into it, you see the couple pelt its side before the last one zoop and punches a hole straight through where the two previous bolts hit. The creature flails. It falls on top of this wagon here, crunching part of the back of it, but it is down as
Two
well.
birds, one stone.
Big G, anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna make a mad dash towards the other one with the spear out. I can't actually dash. I can just move 30 feet.
Gotcha. That takes us to Bayor.
All right. So the Miranda crew over there, are they all right? I mean, I know that one of them is like literally under a cart right now.
From what you can tell, yeah, one of them, the archer under the cart is struggling. He appears to be conscious still. You don't see Commander Miranda moving right now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna double attack then, and I'll be using my. Can I double attack while using smite? I don't know how that works. I've never done a paladin enough to like have two attacks.
I
know what I can expel.
Can.
All right, I know it uses up spell slots. That's the only thing I know about the rule.
Which smite are you looking at?
Just regular smite, the one that just uses the spell slots. It's 2d8 extra. And then I have 1 second level spell, so I'm going to use 3d8 for that one. So it's going to hurt.
Yeah, it just says whenever you hit with a melee weapon, you can choose to expend a spell slot. So yeah, that's you can still multi-attack with it.
Might for days. All right, cool. All right, then the level 1 smite's going to go here in a second. All right, that's a 14.
That will just miss, unfortunately.
All right. Going again with a nat 1. Does that hit?
Unfortunately not, Bayor, as you swing a few times at this retreating creature as it's trying to run away from you here.
Yeah.
So you get your spell slots.
I have. I most certainly have.
That takes us
bonus
to
actions.
Celestina.
Following the tunnels, how far can I get out with a 40-foot movement speed?
40 feet. Where are you? I'll say with the climb, you could probably. There's a clear shot right next to Rylin where the one of them killed that one archer when it burst.
I can get a clear shot on it from there.
Yeah, I'll say you can get up to there. And there's because this cart is currently on its side, so you'd be able to see the Remoraz from there.
Okay. I'm actually going to move over towards these two. And give them kind of like a level of support, but still try to take the shot at it after moving that 30 feet. Oh, sure. Hold on. Accidentally hit backspace on there. Close roll 20. Give me a second.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's fine. It's pulled it right back up. A little tip for anyone. If you accidentally ever close a tab, just hit Control-Shift-T. It'll bring it right back up. And I make my way right over here. And I'm going to shoot at it twice, again using my bonus action to use the Kensei shot to draw the bow back just a little bit more to give it a little bit more power.
Sure.
First hit and 10, because it was a 2 on the die.
Fortunately gonna miss here.
Here's the problem, I didn't blow on the die. That's a nat 20. That's not even a joke, that was a nat 20.
Excellent.
And I get to roll 2d8 and 2d4 because I added that. So it's like I didn't even miss. Oh, that's 9 plus 11, so 20 plus 5, so 25 more piercing damage as I draw back and fire one more shot into this thing. The first one, we can ignore it.
Celestina, do you want to describe what this looks like here as you take down this final Ramirez?
Absolutely. Woo! Bursting out from the tunnel in a level of speed, I'm going to jump over, roll over like the part that connects it to a horse, making eye contact, like making a quick look at this creature, and just in that pure instinct of it, reaching back for a full shot, letting it go, and just taking the head off of this, just absolutely obliterating the head of this creature, making it drop.
The arrow goes through. You see the creature like pause in midair for a moment before the body unfurls onto the ground. It lands right on this campfire here. The campfire actually flares brighter for a moment just from the extra heat of this creature before it gets snuffed out from it lying on top of it. The camp, although the enemies are out of the camp, it is anything but silent as finally you all taking care of that in like 30 seconds, not really giving much of the camp much time to respond to what was going on. Now you see people coming out of tents and rushing over. You see Commander Miranda is helped back up to her feet, knocked unconscious from the fall. The archer is freed, suffering a broken leg, but still surviving the encounter. As you see other people are going off trying to recover some of the aurochs that have been scattered to the winds here. And as the camp is going to try to sort itself out and figure out what its next steps are after this attack, we're going to find that out next week and call it our evening here. So thank you for joining us for this episode of Diceburgh. We will be back in 2 weeks' time. That is calendar.
That is going to be
something.
May 17th. At 7:30. Tomorrow you can catch the Ash and Shade Committee as they are back at 7:30 as well. And also next week we will have the re-airing of the TikTok creator one-shot that I did, hopefully this time without any sort of further technical difficulties. So we actually
no black screens of death.
Yeah, share that with you all. Thank you all so much for joining us. You can check out any parts of the episode that you might have missed, or you can always catch up on other episodes of all the other shows on the 5% Chance YouTube channel as well. Give us a follow on Twitter so you know when we're going live. Do you all lovely people want to tell people where they can find you as well? Jared?
Hi, you can find me on TikTok, Janders42. Yeah.
Yeah, Celestina. I did that twice. Arizona.
You're absolutely golden. I'm pulling up my TikTok to remember what the actual name of it is. You can find me on TikTok at illegally_brown. And for the first time, I'm actually going to plug it because I don't really do a lot of stuff on TikTok. But if I hit 1,000 followers, I can use the live feature. And if I can use the live feature, I can justify going to the local game store and buying a copy of the Millennium Puzzle. And I can do that live on stream because I really want to do that. Seems like a fun little way to spend the day.
Yeah. Erica.
Yeah, so most people can find me on most socials at Erica Jean 15 or Erica Jean 315. Please don't try to find my TikTok because I don't use it.
I tagged her in my recent stories.
Yeah.
Thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. I was like, oh great. But my TikTok is Erica Harding 8 if you want to try and find the 3 videos that I've uploaded. But that's where that's at.
And last but certainly not least, going around the circle here, Mr. Steve Harvey?
Yeah, you can find me at Harvey Got TikTok on TikTok, and also at Vishala at DeviantArt if you want to go see any of the art that I've done for this game and various other games. I commission art all the time for D&D characters. And if you're really super nice and message me, maybe I'll commission something for you.
Go check out his art. Post more art, by the way,
Yeah.
Steve. Go
I
post
should.
more of
I
it.
should.
Yeah, no, please.
If you have any of the merch that I've started to sell, Steve has made all of the designs for my merch. He's fantastic.
You have any that you can show off?
I have this pin that I'm wearing right here. It says "Stay Inspired."
With some sunglasses.
So pretty.
Yeah, you can check out that at kofi.com/Mr. Kurt Wise. You can find me, Kurt Stridinger, at Mr. Kurt Wise on most socials, and streaming here on 5% Chance. We've been Diceburgh. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in a couple weeks' time.
I'm going to leave you with my Kurt dance.
I love you.
Okay.
It's true.
Well,
You can tell your
seriously?
family that
Bye.
someone out there does love you.
Starshine. The Earth says good-